Hi folks, Draven here. We are back with NieR Replicant. Let's just get it up on the screen. Here we go. I'll just get it loaded up where we were at, which I do remember what we were doing. The Forest of Myth. Stream is running okay. Just like it. Operation complete. Another wet and horrible day here. We've had nothing but rain for the last week. Right, we are in this place. Now, I've got a new thing that stops my mouse pointer going over to my other screen. Let me just activate that. Right, we failed on the second dream. I'm hoping we don't have to do the first one again. Let's just pick these things up. He hasn't got a speech bubble, so we're presuming that's okay. We were talking to this one. About this drowning in the castle, for which we failed. There's a lot of just speaking in this, there's no video or anything, which is a bit boring, but...
This person must be dreaming too.
It would appear that way, yes.
I guess we have to enter it.
Can't say I'm very excited to go back there.
No.
That dream world sorta creeps me out.
Creeps isn't the right word that I would use. Bored the crap out of me. Right.
Perhaps you should spend less time complaining and more time getting on with the mission.
Yeah.
So, I guess it's been a week since I did this. I'm going to read this bit through. It wasn't very long. I breathe the air scented with death and resist the urge to laugh, for I know it will sound like the words of a madman. How long have I been in this fresh hell? My box, my prison is tucked beneath a stairway in the long unused catacombs of some infinite castle. Outside I hear the sounds of a funeral dirge that plays without end. Light has no place here. Wind is a forgotten friend. I pray for death to come, but he forsakes me. Time passes, and eternity slips by in a single tick of the clock. Someone knocks on my prison. Anyone there? I hear an unfamiliar voice say. My saviour. I claw at the door of my jail, embedding thick splinters under my ragged nails. I scream for help. I laugh. I sob. Surely this is a product of my saddled, addled mind. Surely it cannot be true. Help me, I cry. For the love of all gods, help me. Possibly I hear the sound of a lock being torn out and falling to the floor. As the door slowly creaks open, I have just enough time to see a silver-haired boy and a floating book before the light pours inside. My eyes, accustomed to blackness, explode with pain, and I am forced to turn away. Who are you? I ask, shaking hands, covering my face. How have you come to this place? I am Grunvor Weiss, this is Draven. Long have we been searching for you. Now come, stand, we shall awaken from this nightmare together. The one known as Draven extends his hand and pulls me from the cell. Though my eyes are slow to adjust to freedom, my ears are keen as ever, and they recognise the staccato sounds of heavy rain. I never thought to hear that again, I whisper. Would that this were not such a terrible storm, said Grunvor Weiss. Look at your feet. I force my eyes open and see water pooling around my ankles and lapping at my shins. There's so much of it. Yes, and more comes each moment we delay. If we do not make good our escape, we shall all drown in this castle. I lost where I was. We know you are weak, but you are our only hope to survive this place. Time, that long-forgotten friend, made itself known again. I nodded my head and swore to save my rescuers, no matter the cost. Catacombs are a maze, twisting upon themselves like the endless entrails of a giant. I squint down the dim corridors. Right, we're in a maze. So I'll get my notepad. Right, so we can only go north. At the end of the corridor, I find a row of 20 gorgeous canopied beds resting atop a carpet of velvet. All are covered in a thick layer of dust and cobwebs. Searching for the door to the next room, I come upon a shapeless mass of grey matter. It has been shoved against the side of the wall, and despite my fever, I think I see the outlines of a door just beyond. When I reach out a finger and touch a piece of the mass, it turns to dust and drifts away on the wind. Realization slowly dawns, and I fall to my knees and weep. Corpses. I face a mountain of charred and crumbling corpses. I look from it to the beds and back again until the horror dawns full upon me. Someone has piled these bodies into a tower and set them ablaze. Whether they were alive or dead, I do not know, and sanity will not permit me to consider the proposition further. I make a sound, whether scream or laughter, I cannot be certain. Then my mind grants me merciful blackness, and I find myself opening the door and leaving that most terrible of rooms. I squint down the dim corridor. Well, we have to go east. Because going south is just back the way we came. I squint down the dim corridors. But we can't go west, so we have to go north. I squint down the dim corridors. I can go any direction I like. We are in a tower. I'm just going to go east again to try and get to the outside. At the end of the path, I find myself in a great hall, with only the sounds of rain for comfort. The waterlogged red carpet squishes beneath my feet as I approach the centre of the room. Once there, I behold a beautiful dining table, upon which rest china and silver of the finest construction, as well as the remains of a fantastic feast. As my eyes continue to adjust, I see many chairs surrounding the table, each holding a dinner guest. Noticing movement, I approach the chair at the table's head, but as the truth of the matter dawns on me, I recoil in horror. The host of the feast is a corpse, as are all the invited guests. An army of foul, wriggling insects have made homes in their remains, and this is the movement I saw. One splendid feast was now nothing more than a requiem for the damned. I take a moment to steady my shaking hands and slowly back away from the table. Desperate to lose sight of the abomination before me, my gaze lands on the chairs upon which the dead were seated. This is a mistake, for the chairs prove to be even more terrible than the feast itself. Each one is covered in a layer of spikes that run from the seat up the back and down the arms. We haven't been to this room. I don't remember this bit. This explains the colour of the carpet beneath my feet. I can only pray that the unfortunate diners were dead when the meal began. Or if not, it is a simple task to envision the agonised screams that must have sprung forth from their mouths. My mind grasps frantically at the possibility that these souls have committed some terrible crime for which this was the punishment. though in truth I suspect they had committed no crime at all. There would be no tomorrow for these unfortunates. This was their last supper. I squint down the dim corridor. Oh, we don't go west, we have to go north. Against all hope, we make it to the front door. Yay! Break it down, someone cries, and so I give myself to the effort. In tandem with Draven and Grimvor Vice, I slam my body against the thick, sturdy door. On the third try it gives way, and we find ourselves sprawled on the ground outside the castle. The storm is in retreat. The clouds above are still dark and foreboding. But to the west I can see a thin shimmer of sunlight trying to break through. How can I thank you? I cry as tears join the rain on my cheeks. I would surely have died in there. Looking down, I suddenly notice that my dress is in tatters, and sheepishly try to cover my exposed skin. Your dress? Asked Vice. Then you are a woman, madam. I am. I proffer the two a smile. I suppose that comes as something of a surprise, seeing as how I exist only in the form of words. I can see that the one known as Draven is disappointed that the torn dress will be given no further description, but he hides it well. With a nod and a shrug, the three of us set forth to our awakening. But behind us, an awakening of another kind has taken place. Black smoke fills the abandoned castle, providing the countless damned souls inside with their final shroud. After a moment, the castle's windows shatter with a mighty roar. A fresh breeze blows through the hallways and corridors, clearing the smoke away for good. As we watch in awe, uncountable black shadows slowly flicker to life, crossing to and fro in front of the broken windows. The castle's dead have awakened to their new life, as shades.
You have anything to say about that?
Hopefully there will be no labyrinth next time.
I hear that.
Okay, so we've done that one. I'm going to go save it again. I'm going to smash this thing. A medicinal herb that we do not need. I'm going to save after every one of these puzzles. Right, still got one to go.
And another victim. This work certainly is trying.
I figured a book like you would be into all this word stuff, Vice.
Even I have my exceptions. Now let's be off.
More reading. A colony of massive sculptures was visible in the distance, their tall forms scraping against the sky. Vice and Draven had never seen such a sight, and their eyes widened as they tried to take it in.
Those buildings must be huge if we can see them from this far away. What do you think, Vice?
As Vice considered his answer, the sun beat down on them with renewed ferocity.
Perhaps they are some manner of mirage.
Why did they only say the first line? Under this heat, a mirage or two would hardly be an unexpected sight. Draven nodded and wiped the sweat off his brow, leaving a trail of sand in its place. He thought he'd never been so thirsty. The ancient road on which they walked was black and cracked with age. Here and there, thin wisps of grass pushed up through the rocky surface, as if defying those who had laid their material down over their home. The heat reflecting from the road made Draven lightheaded. His feet hurting, he crouched down to rest. I don't know how much longer I can do this. Is someone playing a joke on us or what? The complaining had already begun. Vice tried not to let his eyes roll too much. A joke? He said. No, no joke. This road leads to the City of Art. Perhaps the path itself is simply some manner of grand artistic work. You don't sound very sure of yourself there. Perhaps not, but thinking of it in this way might make it easier for you to bear. Draven glanced at Vice's grinning face, shook his head and resumed walking. As time passed, Draven's feet grew more painful, and his throat drier than he thought possible. He tried not to look further than the next step ahead because the bright sunlight made him hesitant to trust his own senses. "We're definitely getting closer," said Vice in an effort to cheer his companion. "Yes, this much is certain." Encouraged, Draven lifted his gaze. Suddenly he stopped walking, choosing instead to stand in the middle of the road with his mouth and eyes wide open, and his finger pointing in the distance. "Water!" he cried. "It's water!" "Water?" asked Vice. "Preposterous. I don't see any water." "Over there, just ahead of us. Look, the sun is reflecting off it." Without waiting for a response, Draven sprang to life and bounded towards the site. "What in the—" There was no water. There was nothing but sand in every direction. Draven closed his eyes and sighed as Vice floated up behind him and chuckled softly. "I believe this is known as a mirage," he said. "Many a desert traveller has spoken of such things." Draven shook his head, bewildered. Suddenly he pointed off in the distance, his eyes wide once more. "Wait, there it is. I just missed it. Look, it's right there." Draven sprinted off again, leaving Vice with no choice but to follow. After a few minutes of running, Draven came to a halt. "I could have sworn it was right around here." Confused, he put his hands up to his eyes and rubbed them vigorously. As soon as he stopped, he noticed a blue shimmering pool of clear water just over the next rise. With a shout, he bounded off in search of it. The chase continued for nearly an hour until an exasperated Vice finally floated up to Draven and struck him in the face with his cover. "Enough, you blithering idiot. Stop this at once." "There is no water here." Draven's face clouded. "There isn't?" "There is not, and perhaps next time you will listen to me when I tell you as much." Vice paused for a moment and then continued speaking in a slightly kinder tone. "However, I suppose this mad chase was not altogether wasted. It seems we have arrived at the City of Art." Draven looked up. Stretched out before him was a row of impossibly tall sculptures. Their journey was at an end. "They are huge," cried Draven, completely forgetting the heat and pain of the past few hours. "I've never seen anything so big." Each sculpture was formed from roughly the same shape. A tall rectangle that stretched up towards the sky, but that is where the similarities ended. Most were covered with panes of glass that reflected light in 1,000 directions, while others seemed to be nothing but frames of steel. Some had tall spires on their tops, while others possessed triangular caps. "What kind of city is this?" said Draven. "Where are the people? Where are the houses?" "Perhaps the land is intended exclusively for artistic use." The debate continued as they made their way through the city. Miracles of artistry were everywhere. Great iron crates with wheels sat silent on steel rails. Beautifully carved works with lights of red, amber and green dangled over every street. Traffic lights. As they moved away from the massive sculptures, they found a great array of smaller ones. Some were covered in glass or brick, but many were composed of materials that had never been encountered. The sheer variety of colours and styles was staggering. Unable to find a theme or purpose to the abstract works around them, Draven and Vice eventually fell silent. On the outskirts of the city, they discovered 3 sculptures in the shape of humans. Draven uttered a sigh of relief as he approached them. "Finally, I was getting tired of modern art." The 3 statues were indistinguishable except for a single word chiselled into their right arms. One read Alpha, one read Beta, and the final one read Gamma. As Draven moved to touch the nearest statue, a bird flew from the top of one of the sculptures. Alighting on the statue's shoulder, it emitted a brief, beautiful song that took the form of words. Excuse me. Only one form is real, the others are false. The real form will always speak the truth. The false ones will only speak lies. So we have a puzzle. With that, the bird departed. As if on cue, the three statues shuddered to life, acquiring colour and form as they began to breathe. Hey, look at that, said Draven. They're alive. The triplets bowed low before Draven. Please, said Alpha, you have to get me out of this nightmare. I am real. Stop lying, said Beta. He turned to Draven and threw his hands in the air. Alpha's a fake. You know, I'm the real one. What a load of crap, said Gamma. Beta's a fake. Everyone knows I'm the only real one around here. The respective pleas given, the three statues returned to their frozen state as silence once again enveloped the city. So one tells the truth, the other two tells lies. Yeah, I've done these puzzles before. I would say it's Beta is the real one. When you consider all their statements, only one of them could be the real thing, said Vice. Draven furrowed his eyebrows and considered his answer. Only one form is real, the others are false. The real form will always speak the truth, and the false ones will only speak lies. I think it's Beta. The real one is Beta. Though Draven's voice betrayed a notable lack of confidence, he was relieved to see Vice nodding at him. If Alpha were telling the truth, began Vice in the dry tones of a lecturer, Beta and Gamma would be fakes. But in that case, Gamma's claim that Beta's fake would be the truth, even though Gamma is a liar. Therefore that theory crumbles. Let us presume that Gamma spoke the truth. That makes Alpha and Beta liars. In this situation, however, Beta is calling Alpha a liar, which would leave us with two statues telling the truth, which we can't have. Finally, let us assume that Beta is telling the truth. If so, Alpha and Gamma's lies would make sense, therefore Beta must be real. As Vice finished his explanation, Alpha and Gamma crumbled soundlessly into dust while Beta sprang to life once more. Congratulations, villager, said Vice in a cheerful voice. The time to awaken has arrived. Thank you for saving me, cried the villager. He dropped to his knees and bowed his head as low as it could go before an uncomfortable Draven pulled him to his feet. Why did you have a dream like this? Asked Vice. Have you been to this city before? The villager slowly looked around at the bizarre objects and sculptures that dotted the landscape, and then shook his head. I don't think so. I mean, it's impossible, right? There's no way I could have ever been to a place like this, but at the same time I feel like I've seen it before. Deja vu, muttered Draven, just like the mayor. The vague sense of unease that struck Draven during the mayor's dream spread once more through his mind.
That was rough.
I am positive I have seen that place before.
Okay, that's enough. Don't need you getting all weird on me too. Okay, there. Now all the villagers can wake up, right?
Yes, if the mayor's assumption was correct. I think I have had enough wordplay to last a lifetime. Thank you very much.
You're telling me. Anyway, let's go see the mayor.
Let's go save first. It looks like a dead end here, unless you can go into that tree. Almost looks like there's a way through there, doesn't it? Right, let's save. And then we'll talk to him. So I don't want to have to go through all that again.
Oh, how wonderful. Thank you so much. Here, I have something for you.
Obtain the one-handed sword, Faith.
Wow, this looks valuable. I can really have it?
Of course. It's apparently a weapon of some renown, but we have little use for it.
Well, we appreciate it.
Thank you again for everything.
So is that it for here? I'm going to go up to the tree. Let's have a look at this weapon. It's very light. It's not quite as good. Oops, I wanted to have a look at it. Okay, so it's like a katana type thing. So I forgot the word. A sword carried by the world's most loyal servant. Oh look, we just need more broken antennae. Which we might be able to get. That would boost up to 189. That might be quite a nice sword. Oh. When did we get rebirth? What on earth is that? A unique sword with a round blade. Legend holds that it robs the wielder of his life force. It's not very good though, is it? Oops, I was wanting to have a look at Moonrise. So what's this? Have we got more swords down here? We do. Faith was the one we got. Read story. There was once a famous poet in a land to the far, far east. Now in his twilight years, his ability had withered such that he could no longer craft a single stanza of verse. The poor poet spent every moment racked with sorrow for what has been lost. But one day a monk appeared by his side, gently placed a blade in his hands and imparted the following words. Alright, so we only get to read the rest if we level it up. We've got 18% of the weapons. Right, let's have a look about. I want to see if we can go through here. Right, that definitely looks like it's a passageway. So we might be able to get through there later on. I'm guessing. But in the meantime... Oops, I didn't mean to do that. In the meantime... we need to return to Poplar.
So how was the village?
Oh, it was truly magnificent. There are no words. Really.
Vice obviously wasn't impressed.
Huh. Neat.
Let's get back to Popola. She'll probably want to know what's going on in there.
Why you got your sword out? Right, we're going to take the boar, which we are not any good at riding. Whoa! Do we attack them? Get some loot. Oh. Kill them! Kill them all. Word obtained. Con. I need my... this... a dirty bag. Right, let's go back on our piggy. Urkani has to run. So we get lots of words dropping from the shades, so we should really attack the shades when we see them. Oh, I didn't mean to kill the sheep. My keyboard moved or something. Not have enough room for my mouse. I really need to get a better keyboard. Here's some shades over here. I was looking at the MX Master keyboard from Logitech, which look quite nice. It's an MX Master mouse I'm using just now and I really like it. But we shall have to wait until the pennies are available. Ow! Look! Get no luck hitting them. Right, I'm gonna use up a hair. We have 10 anyway. Saving up for a new computer just now with any donations and that, so because this one must be. Ooh. How many years old is this one? I can't remember. It's at least 6 years old, might be 8. I did upgrade the graphic card like 4 years ago, but it's not coping these days. Poor sheep. Oh, look, another sheep over there. I can call the pig to me, can't I? Let's go just get these shades. I'm just trying to get some more words. That is so powerful, that spell. That's a drop. Rusty kitchen knife, lovely. Right, we may as well just run back here, we don't need the boar. Hi Luna! How you doing? Both Luna and Barn are in because it's pouring rain, although you've been out. You must have sneaked out, did you? You're soaking again. Aye. Right screen. They really need to tone that screen down. Right, we're gonna go save. Chicken egg. Right, I've given up on this week just now because I did try and log in the day after I played this last. But because I was going to run back and check on the wheat, but then I would have had to go through that, the Kanye bit, the speaking. I didn't want anybody to miss whatever was said there, so I didn't bother. So we've lost that wheat again. I just don't know how to do that bit. I really need to get some wheat. We're maybe just gonna have to buy it if we've got enough money. Or else I just run about leveling up at some point. Try and get time to pass. Yeah, that's my hand. Right. I really want to get the cut cam set up again, but they just don't stick to the same basket all the time. Hello. Where you go? No picking on my chair. Eh? You've got your scratching post. Haven't you? Did you want to come up? You coming up? Okay. You come up now. There we go. Okay. Yeah. No, you don't want up. Right, let's go see Popula.
The death dream certainly is a strange illness.
Yeah, it was something all right.
Even I, with my natural love for words, have no desire to visit that place ever again.
You guys did well. You've been making a lot of long trips lately. Are you sure you're not pushing yourself too hard?
I'm okay. I can't just sit around all day while Yona's sick after all.
If you say so.
So, anything I can do for you?
Well, I suppose there is one thing I could use a hand with. Have you heard about our plans to repair the canal?
No, we haven't. What are you doing? Huh? What there?
The work probably won't happen for a while, but once it's done, we can use the canal for trade and travel and all kinds of useful things.
So we can use those boats then, maybe.
Unfortunately, however, we're a bit behind schedule at the moment. If you're willing to help out, I'd really appreciate it.
Sure thing.
No problem. What do you need?
Great. So, the man I originally asked to help on this project hasn't shown up for work in a few days. I'm starting to get a little worried, so maybe you can head over to Seafront and check up on him? I'll mark the location of his house on your map. He always carries a red bag over his shoulder, so he should be easy enough to find.
Got it.
What's in the red bag? So we're going to Seafront. I couldn't really find any info about how long it takes to grow stuff. Cultivation, so wheat seedlings. I've only got 2 left. Should I plant one in case we manage this time? And then we can check it every time we're back here. But you can see Luna sitting there.
A canal, is it? Fascinating. If we had a ferry, we could put these days of endlessly running about behind us.
Don't you just float everywhere anyway?
Do you think I am borne aloft by the winds, lad? It takes stamina to maintain this height.
Oh, really?
You could at least try to hide the utter dismay, you know.
Oh, there's 2 sparklies. We need another herb. Yay, there we go. That's his bucket full. Full capacity. Right. Let's go on, do a quick save. Because there still has not been any patches out for this. Which is a bit sad. Oh, will I grow the wheat? Yeah, let's go plant our wheat. I'll keep my very last one in case it all goes wrong. Let's just plant it here. Yeah, out of my way, chicken. Plant wheat. And then water it. Right, please grow. So we can get some of these quests done. Right, we're off to Seafront. Yet again. Look out for any quests on the way. Maybe we should sell. Have we got anything to sell? Books
Make sure
or
you stock up on.
sell? Usually down near the bottom. Do we need broken pottery? Rusty kitchen knife. The only thing that it said you could sell for definite is books. Anything worth buying? What's earthworm for? Freshwater fish. We're bound to need that at some point, aren't we? We've got 3 of them, 10 of them. That should be okay. And we've got 3 of them.
Come back anytime.
Sure thing. That quest is for one that needs the wheat. Sorry, I was going to sneeze. What do you sell again? No, I didn't want to talk to you.
What should I make for dinner tonight?
Macaroni cheese. Best thing ever. Right.
We've got some new items in stock today.
Have you? Ooh. See, I could just buy the wheat, but that's going to be 5,000. And I need more than that, don't I? We've got a lot of money. Well, I think anyway. Maybe it's not. Do I just buy the wheat? I'm inclined to, just to get this stupid quest out of the way.
Come back soon.
I will. I'll be back in a minute. See, we only need one for that. Still gotta get that stuff. And the wheat for there. So we need 11 wheat. I'm just gonna buy it. Oops.
We've got some new items.
Yeah, I'm gonna buy some. Because I'm fed up trying to grow it. Right, let's go and...
Come back soon.
Not at those prices. Let us go sell... Sorry, not sell, but hand this in.
What have we got today? Which job should I give you first? I got a letter from the seafront postman. Apparently he has a message for you. How mysterious.
We're going there anyway.
I wrote down the client's location on your map, so head over there to get the details.
Yeah, that's the post office. So who's the... I thought that... I want to talk to you in the middle.
Work is important, but don't...
Why is it not letting us finish that quest? Bring them back to the client. Seafront Tavern Keeper. Oh, Seafront. Oh, it's not even here, so that's... yeah, right. Right, but let's go see Yona, because we've got her 1 wheat. She better not take all 11. That's all I can say. She's only allowed the 1. Oh, I spotted a sparkler. Yeah, okay. This better taste good after all this effort. Oh, we got a few sparklers to collect them here. At least they do that, because you'll always get some money, so you never run out of money.
Hey, Yona, I got your ingredients.
Yay! Okay, hold on. I'm gonna get started right now.
Yona, wait.
Do we have to do this? Is this...
Be careful not to boil it too long, okay?
Come on, I'd never forget that.
I recognize most of the ingredients, but the chunks of meat are so big I don't think they cooked through.
Eat up, okay?
Sure, Yona. It looks, great. Come tomorrow, Yona's not gonna be the only one here who's sick.
Okay, so that's that quest out of the way.
Say, next time you go out, could you pick something up for me?
Sure, Yona. What do you need?
A melon.
A melon?
A melon? You got it.
Why does she need a melon? Do we not have a melon? There's no way to sort this. But don't think we have a melon actually. No. We can maybe buy one in Seafront. Okay, usual save, and then we'll head off to Seafront. Ooh, if we can actually get the orange marker. Hopefully there's no big boss fights today. My wrist is quite sore today. Right, Seafront, here we come. She just wants mutton, doesn't she? We don't need mutton for anything. Mutton's really easy to get.
Please get that mutton. My kids are driving me crazy.
Well, you could get off your backside and go and get some yourself. I thought we had some. Is it the guy down here that's lost his son? He's not there. Where is he? Oh, can we go in here? This is where he was standing.
Nobody's here.
I believe they left us a note.
Thanks to your help, my son has returned to take up his family business. We have decided to move to a new land to begin anew and thoroughly train him to carry on the family name.
Well, that's sort of anticlimactic. I wonder what the business was anyway.
Hey, are you friends with the people who lived here?
No, not really. Why?
Because the goddamn bastards borrowed money from everyone in the village and then skipped town. Apparently their son ran away because he wanted to escape a life of crime. But then some idiot brought him back.
I guess we're that idiot.
Well, I guess we know the family business now.
To think we did not even get paid for this absurd misadventure. Oh well. Perhaps we should tally it up as an expensive life lesson and move on.
The runaway son is complete. Maybe we'll find them again in another place. Never know. So, is that quest? Yeah, it's not there anymore. That's the one we need a melon for. I was just getting rid of the new flag off of the... Right, let's head to Seafront. Any sparklies? No. Oh, the big things here again. Should we bother? Why am I not getting to target it? It's going down really quick now, isn't it? Very easy to kill. This thing was so hard before. That was really easy. Did it drop anything? It didn't drop anything. How boring is that? Copper ore. Still got that mansion as well, which I can't get into just now. Must be a storyline later. Right, goat hide. We want some goat hide. Venison. It's a deer. It's not a goat. And yeah, I know I can ride the boar here, but it doesn't matter. Let's pick up this loot. Our coffee's done. Right, we've got a few quests here. Might have to buy a melon. You've probably got a melon.
Care for some imported...
Oh, look at the price. I guess we're going to have to do that.
Thanks for your business.
Alright, who are you? Why are you crying?
Hey, are you the guy who's supposed to help repair the canal? Popola sent me to...
Oh god, it's over. My life is over.
Surely you must realize nothing good can come of being involved with this particular endeavor.
Easy, Vice. Hey, so, are you alright? What happened?
It's my wife. She left home a week ago and hasn't come back. I'm so worried I can't even focus on my work. Oh, my sweet dumpling.
Well, here you go. You called her a dumpling. That's why she's run off.
Wow, that's terrible. Would you like us to help you look for her?
Really? You do that for me?
Sure. But do you have any idea where we should start?
Well, she always used to enjoy drinking at the tavern with her friends.
Well, we're going there anyway.
Alright, then I guess we'll start with them.
Thank you. This means the world to me. Oh, and by the way, my wife always carries a red bag, just like mine. If you mention that, it might ring some bells.
I've met some odd couples in my day, but none who felt the need to wander about flaunting matching luggage.
I do love Vice's comments.
You need to get with the times. Coordinated outfits are all the rage. Plus, these bags are special. We bought them for our anniversary. But now my sweet dumpling is gone. And it's all my fault. Oh, God.
Okay. Just stay calm. We'll go look for her, alright? You sit tight.
Okay, we got a new quest. I need a quick bio break. I might get some coffee at the same time, so I shall be right back.